Hi, Charlotte.
Oh, hey, Madeline.
We're back.
We are back.
It's election day.
Yeah. Honestly, really glad we're doing this because otherwise we would just be doom scrolling.
We'd be doom scrolling. This is at least 50 minutes to an hour or so of time where I'm not continuously checking poll numbers.
Yeah. And we had to think about it before we did this, and we'll have to edit it and write the description afterwards. So that's like a whole other chunk of time that we're using up.
Yeah, it's kind of like girl math of time. You're like, well, okay, that adds another hour. And then if I'm like also waiting for the video to upload to YouTube, that's like another 22 minutes.
Right.
So then it just like adds on a little bit more time where you're not doom scrolling.
And then after that, I think I'm going to watch the Great British Bake Off.
Yes.
But the bottom line here is that if you are listening to this, it is either Tuesday afternoon, evening, and you are also trying to escape the world for a little bit, or it is a day later or a few days later, and you know what happened, and you're either really happy or you're really sad. But either way, you can listen to this and pretend you're in a more innocent time when you still didn't know.
Yes, I think that is the best way to put it.
And thank God we don't record on Wednesdays.
No. I couldn't.
It all worked out.
I'm going to be in bed. I don't know what I'm going to be doing.
You voted today?
I voted today. Yes, if you're in the United States and have not voted,
and you're hearing this, do it.
Get in line and vote. I've check your polling location.
Voted by mail, and it is now too late, so you got to go.
You got to go. If you have a mail-in ballot, go drop it off. You can't put it in the mail.
Yeah.
It's too late.
Yep.
Anyways.
Okay, let's talk about sports gossip.
Let's talk about sports gossip.
Thank God we have this.
The first piece of information that, of course, we have to talk about is last night, Taylor Swift attended the Chiefs game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yes, at Arrowhead.
Yeah.
She was wearing black jean shorts, a black belt, a black shirt, a black leather jacket with some red detailing, and those same damn boots.
Those boots were made for walking into Arrowhead. They are different colors.
Can you describe them?
They're thigh high. Those are thigh high boots.
Yeah, they
have like knee above knee height boots.
Yeah.
They're leather, pleather. I'm assuming they're leather. I don't think Taylor Swift wears pleather.
No, I think they're leather.
I think they're leather. High-heeled black boots that she has worn multiple times now in multiple colors.
Yeah. The shorts thing.
The shorts, listen, I know with global warming people, you can wear shorts in November, unfortunately.
Yeah.
However, I don't love the shorts. I love Taylor Swift. I love you so much. Come on the pod. But
yeah, Taylor, first time
shorts
caller, long time listener.
Yeah.
What are we doing with the shorts?
I think
it's just, maybe it's my own personal bias. Like Madeline, I realized this summer, I hate shorts.
Wait, same.
Really?
Yes.
Hate them.
I hate them.
I hate them. They are either too tight on my waist.
Yes.
Or, I don't know, they're a weird length.
Yes.
Or so the only shorts that I wear, which I actually do live in all
ones?
summer, Patagonia baggies.
Oh, okay. I don't know what those are.
They really?
Are they like kind of workout athletic-y sort of shorts?
They're like what you would imagine someone wearing after they go surfing, which I don't do.
Well, you do sail.
Yes.
So that tracks. That tracks. Okay, I might need a pair next summer.
But truly, they fit great. They're the right length. They have the right amount of leg space. Because for me, it's always like they're either too tight or then they're long.
No, shorts remind me of my childhood when I played volleyball. And you don't wear shorts. I mean, you can wear shorts playing volleyball, obviously. But you wear those spandex shorts. And it was just like a lot of leg exposed for many years. Yeah. And I just don't I'm like, I don't need that much leg out for me. I just don't. I don't love it. I'm uncomfortable.
Same.
I'm like, I'd rather wear a skirt or, well, I guess in the summer, what else are you going to wear?
Well,
a dress.
Yeah. Loose pants.
I
really admire. You know what I think we're discovering? I think we're discovering we really admire Taylor Swift for wearing shorts. Because it is jean shorts, especially. Are you kidding me?
No,
and they're not even like the ripped baggy ones. They are like tight around her thigh.
No. And being tall.
Yeah, we're both tall. We understand this.
Yes, and Taylor Swift's, I think, 5'11". Mm-hmm. Finding shorts that are long enough on a tall body that don't just like hike up your butt and show your butt all the time is a sport in and of itself.
Truly.
So the fact that she was able to find shorts that work on her tall frame that she can then also wear these boots with whenever she wants, I guess is an accomplishment. So maybe this is all coming full circle and we're realizing we love the shorts.
We actually are jealous of the shorts. That's what's happening.
We're jealous. We're projecting our own anti-short agenda.
Sort of, yes. But also one thing on the Patagonia baggy thing real quick. I just that was like me leaning into oh, I just am who I am, and I've been fighting it for a long time.
Yes.
So that felt good. Also, I do like how pants look.
I like a pant.
Like, it would have been cool if she'd worn like a, wide leg trouser with that outfit.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, wait, that would have looked good. Yeah.
But she doesn't. And
she doesn't wear a lot of pants.
She's got something. No, she doesn't.
She doesn't wear a lot of pants. I actually don't, now that I'm thinking, no, okay, the only pants this is getting weird. I'm about to say a sentence that sounds insane. The only pants I've seen her in recently were in her Instagram video where she's holding the cat and she's wearing that yellow sweatshirt at the Eras tour.
And
she's
she
wearing
looked
pants.
great.
Yeah,
they were baggy jeans.
Yeah, she looks great. She looks great.
Well, the Chiefs won.
The Chiefs won.
The Chiefs are now undefeated.
I have to say one more thing on this on this subject.
Yeah.
I watched a TikTok this morning of a girl who the jacket Taylor Swift is wearing. It's a vintage Chiefs leather jacket.
Oh, sick.
Her family had sold that on eBay a couple months ago to a buyer in California, didn't think anything of it, and then watched the game and they're like, wait a second, I think that's the jacket. They look up who bought it and it was Taylor Swift's stylist.
No way.
Fun fact.
Wait, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm like, we should get that girl on the pod. I'm like, what? I'm also like, why would you sell that jacket? I like the jacket.
Also,
I feel like it was a good one.
We should talk to her about vintage sportswear. Also, my friend Ernest Wilkins, who has Game Day Grails.
Yeah.
Incredible stuff. We should do like a vintage sports bonus episode.
Ooh, I love that.
The amount of guests that we've said we should have on the pod, and the amount of like bonus episodes. I've lost track.
We're sorry, guys.
If anyone's keeping track out there, like, let us know our plans because we forgot them.
We forgot them. Someone's taking a mental note.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Continue.
No, just the Chiefs won. They're undefeated. That's it. Patrick Mahomes looked like he got hurt. And then he just popped back up and wasn't hurt.
Okay, well, congrats to the Chiefs. It's seeming like that. It's looking like they're going to go in the playoffs and maybe play in the Super Bowl again. No?
Yeah, I think they're going to make it to the Super Bowl and lose. They might even be undefeated and then go to the Super Bowl and lose like the Patriots in 2015, 2016.
Wow, okay. I could see it. They haven't been playing that great this season.
I don't know why.
So.
Just a vibe thing.
Vibes. It's all about vibes.
Anyways.
Okay. All right, guess we'll see.
There is another Taylor Swift related news item we must discuss.
What?
Kelly Stafford, the wife of Los Angeles Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford, who was the quarterback at Georgia.
Go Dogs.
Your alma mater.
They won.
Yeah. Were you happy about that?
I was very happy about that. I mean, for a second there, they were losing to Florida, which is never great, but it's our rivals.
Oh, the Florida-Georgia game. I went to that before.
You know, I've never been to the Florida-Georgia game.
Don't go.
Well, I think I would hate it.
It's horrific.
I'm like, I don't need to go to Frat Beach.
I was just a little too honest.
No, it's okay. For anyone listening, Frat Beach is essentially a giant cocktail party in the sand for college students. Don't drink underage kids, but allegedly that is what's happening there.
I've
heard rumors. I never went because I was like, I don't want to do that. I even as a 19-year-old, I was like, this is not for me.
Madeline,
this is not my vibe.
You made the right. Well, okay. For me personally, the Florida Georgia game, it's at a neutral site usually.
Yeah.
It's at Jacksonville.
Yes.
And just the vibes are weird as shit. It's like Florida, Jacksonville, and then it's like the people coming from Georgia, and there are all these RVs, and people like live in their RVs and go tailgate from game to game, which is very cool. And there's some like insanely cool RVs.
Yeah.
But then I don't know. I've really something, and maybe the stadium's haunted. I don't know. Something in my body was just like, I think I'm good.
The body keeps the score.
Yeah, the body keeps the score, and the score is Jacksonville 1, Charlotte 0, and I don't think I need to go back. Anyway, so Kelly, how did we get? Oh, right, Georgia. Kelly Stafford was a cheerleader at Georgia.
Yeah.
She and Matthew Stafford got married. They have 4 girls. She survived a brain tumor a couple years ago. She has a podcast called The Morning After, and on that podcast, Kelly Stafford said, and she's been known to say some controversial things. Sometimes I'm like, are you trying to get a rise out of people? Because she said during the pandemic, and they were in Michigan because Matthew was a quarterback for Detroit. She said that, and I quote, Michigan was a dictatorship because like businesses were closed. So, okay. That's
what
the context.
she said.
Yeah.
That's what she said. Okay.
So on the Morning After podcast, Kelly Stafford said of showing Taylor Swift on broadcast last year, she felt like they showed her too much. She said, it was a good business decision for the NFL, but I almost felt like it was outshining the games. And that's what bothered me. I was a little jealous of the fact they were getting all this attention, and all of a sudden the football game was the sideshow. So yeah, maybe I let jealousy get the best of me, and went on to say that the football players work so hard, and she was outshining the football players. And then she dressed up as Taylor Swift for Halloween.
Yeah, yes. Yes, they did. Not only did she dress up as Taylor Swift, they did a couple's costume, and Matthew Stafford is dressed up like Travis Kelce, and they're wearing the outfits that they wore to the U.S. Open. You can't say that and then dress up like Taylor Swift. I'm sorry, you just can't, unless you're trying to egg people on and trying to like get a ruse out of people.
A ruse?
Is it a ruse?
A rise? Are you kidding me? Wait, are you actually kidding? Trying to get a ruse?
Okay. I really want to be like, can we cut that? But for my own ego.
Oh, girl, we are leaving that in. That's one of the funniest things I've ever heard. Yeah, so
There's something else I said wrong recently. Oh, what was? Oh, I don't even want to say it.
What was it?
I don't want to say it. It's really embarrassing.
Was it on the podcast or off?
No, it wasn't on the podcast.
Okay, then you don't have to say
I
it.
don't need to say it.
I said I couldn't decide how you pronounce harbinger.
Well,
still don't know. I didn't look it up.
I
that was on the podcast.
I mispronounced a dog breed, and I'm not even going to get into it.
Oh my God,
it wasn't.
Well, you kind of have to tell me now.
No,
will you tell me after?
You can talk to my husband about it. It was really embarrassing.
Okay.
Just everyone, if you're watching this or listening, just really pretend that didn't happen, and I will keep it in.
No, that definitely happened.
That'll make the
So
edit.
Kelly Stafford was trying to get a ruse out of people, and but I do think she was. You can't, you don't say that, and then because she said it a few days before Halloween, and then dressed up as that.
No.
And it doesn't feel like a genuine thing to say. Like maybe she was jealous that it wasn't her and Matthew Stafford getting that attention.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can say that Taylor Swift took shine away from the players when you're really watching the players. It was just another thing people were talking about. Like the logic doesn't hold up.
Right. No, it doesn't at all. And I do feel like she knew what she was doing when she wore that Halloween costume. I'm also like, why? Listen. Why be mean like that? What's the point? I'm also like, you're setting up yourself to fail in the future when you know that she's going to try to go to some future Taylor Swift concert, get some free tickets, and she's going to be denied the tickets because she did this mean thing. And
it's also just like sort of, I don't want this to sound, it's sort of a desperate thing to do.
Yes.
It's sort of like,
it's like embarrassing.
It's like not as much.
Yeah.
I mean, it is mean because it's like, what are you even talking about? But it's more of just like she is taking something that she is saying was a distraction to try to make it about herself, clearly, because she's the one saying it. And then that turns into a distraction. And then she rides that by dressing up as her. And then it's more. So if you're saying you want to focus on the players, then like, I don't know, talk only about football.
Wait, yes. Yeah, she's just adding more fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what she dresses up like for next year's Halloween. And
Also, Kelly Stafford, if you want to come on the show.
Yeah, come on the show. You can give a statement.
Defend yourself.
Yeah. I don't know.
We're
What are you going to say?
I have nothing. I have really nothing. One more.
You look like you were about to go on a rant. Like,
yeah.
It felt like, on, did you ever watch any Shonda Rhimes ABC shows?
Did I ever watch
You know when like a character would go on a monologue that was like 5 minutes, and it's like verbiage and language that no one would ever say in real life, but on the show it just kills.
Carrie,
like
movie. Scandal, Kerry Washington, like yes. Sandra Oh.
You just had the expression like you were locked in to just like do a 5-minute monologue for an acting class.
I was, and it was about like the philosophy of our show and media, and I was like, no, shut the fuck up.
No.
And I stopped myself, so we're not doing that.
Save that for your think piece.
Yeah. Oh God. Thought catalog.
Oh my God, thought catalog. Wow, I forgot about that.
Thank God.
Oh, thank God I was
trying
never
not
on
to
there.
think about it.
Man.
Trying not to think about the thought catalog.
The thought catalog that is currently circulating in my brain right now.
So one other Halloween thing that I would like to tell you.
Yeah.
I signed up for Hailee Steinfeld's newsletter. Hailee Steinfeld is an actor, and she's in an upcoming. She's in a movie with Michael B. Jordan, and I'm trying to remember who directed it. But before that, she's like put out some music, but then she was the little girl in No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, of course.
And I feel like she's really ridden that.
She's ridden
very
that.
well. Very savvy businesswoman.
She has.
She's dating Josh Allen, quarterback of the Buffalo Bills, and they threw a Halloween party that she wrote about in their newsletter.
Of course.
The newsletter is called Bow Society. I'm sure she explained why.
Wait, a bow as in like a bow you put in your hair?
No, BEAU.
Like my boyfriend.
Like my beau in the 50s. I got pinned by my beau.
Okay, that is certainly a choice name for a newsletter to double. Is it a dating newsletter?
No, she wrote about like a chicken soup recipe last week or something, 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Right.
It's a lifestyle. It's a It's Hailee Steinfeld's magazine. So she
Okay.
she had a Halloween party circus themed.
Okay.
In Buffalo. And she kept talking about the people who made their costumes and the local people who got all the couches and stuff for the tent. And I just want to say, first of all, my main takeaway is that it said BS costume roundup. And I was like, bullshit costume roundup? And then I was like, oh, Bow Society. And I was like, it is a choice to abbreviate that.
That's a choice. That's not an abbreviation. You can't abbreviate that. That's not an abbreviation.
BS costume choices from around the league. It was like a positive thing. And I was like, why is she calling these costumes bullshit?
No. You can't. No, that doesn't. You can't do that. You can't do that. Who said that was a good idea?
I don't know.
Someone in Buffalo said that was a good idea.
Someone in Buffalo was like, rock with it.
Rock with it.
What I wanted to say though is like, I had a 10-person wedding because the thought of planning a wedding was just like really daunting and not something I wanted to do. So when people throw these elaborate parties with like custom tents and the food and the invite list and the event planner, I'm like, oh my, like even if you have more money than God and you're planning this, you're still involved. You're still planning it. And it's just those kinds of people I respect so much because it's like the opposite of how my brain works. I'm like, it is incredible that not only was this not a wedding, it was just a random Halloween party and you threw it at this degree of difficulty.
No. We got married, as you know, in my mother-in-law's driveway, and it was 60 people. And looking at one inventory list, I had to like receive the delivery of rentals was one of the worst experiences of my life.
Looking 60 at people, that's so impressive.
Yes, I cannot imagine just doing that for a random
fun
B-level holiday, I would argue.
Wait, off what level?
Like off
B. Our brains are a little fried today, okay? There's a lot going on.
Okay, I'm about to say something.
Oh, girl, speak.
I really don't like Halloween. So I was going to say it's like an off-brand B-list. That's what I was going to say. B-list holiday. I really just don't like Halloween.
I don't either.
So sorry. I was sorry to anyone who loves Halloween. I have, dress up, do your thing. I'm not good at picking costumes. It's just not how my brain works.
No, same. And our brains work similarly.
Yes. I just don't get behind it. So the thought of not only looking at an inventory list for a party period stresses me out, but it stresses me out even more that it would be for Halloween. Like I actually weirdly would rather like it be a Thanksgiving dinner or something that you're hosting and you have rentals coming for that. Like that I'm like, okay, that feels like more of an appropriate party day to have a thing. Weirdly, I don't know why.
I mean,
maybe I'm strange.
Halloween to me is like more. It's like forced extra work. First of all, like I've never had a good. I mean, when I was little, I had good costumes. Yeah, I was Nomar Garciaparra from the Boston Red Sox and Groucho Marx.
Okay, those are good costumes.
And a witch and a tiger. Like my mom and dad did an amazing job, all homemade.
Wow.
I'm like, how? But as an adult, I've only ever half-assed a costume, and people are always like, "What are you?" And I try to explain
never a good
it,
sign.
and I'm like, "Oh shit! I really didn't put enough thought into this."
I just really, it doesn't do it for me. I don't know. Also, I respect people who are into making these elaborate costumes, but it's just not for me.
Yeah, me too. I really admire it. I think it's like you and I have talked about this before off the podcast. Like to me, give me a pile of work of like, you have to complete this. Like you need to write this article, you need to do this show, you need to prepare for this, but give me like a small pile of laundry and like the work stuff. I'm like, yes, got it. Like locked in, done. Great time management. You give me a pile of laundry.
No.
And I'm paralyzed. I'm like, I cannot fold this.
No. Oh, I am not the type of person to keep a suitcase out and then close it immediately when getting home, like it's emptied and the laundry's put away from a trip.
No.
That suitcase is sitting out for a minimum 3 weeks.
At least. And so the people who do Halloween well seem to me like people who probably have like neat closets.
Yes.
And I really admire it and I'm jealous of it. But I'm also, it's like one more thing in my brain. I'm like, it's not
for me.
Going to be able to handle that.
No. So Hailee, I'm sure your Halloween party was amazing and elaborate. Maybe we'll be invited next year. But I don't think I'll be hosting one.
Yeah, we probably won't be.
We won't be
invited.
No.
Some great costumes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't remember what they were.
Oh, that's great. Good for them. That's so proud of those people.
I do remember other Halloween costumes. Though.
Yeah. Oh, God.
We have to do a real quick update to the Bill Belichick 23-year-old girlfriend saga. So Bill Belichick, if you've been listening, we have a theory, and go listen to the episode where we talk about this. It's in the title of the episode because I really think we cracked the code.
I think we did.
And the code is that we think Jordan, Bill Belichick, who is 73 or 74, his 23 or 24-year-old girlfriend, we think she's running Bill's Instagram account. Madeline, I found more evidence.
Oh, no.
So first of all, for Halloween, she dressed up as Bill, but like from his era with the Giants.
Yeah.
Weird. And then they dressed up as a mermaid. She was a mermaid. They did a photo shoot on the beach in late October. I'm assuming it's Nantucket or like somewhere in Massachusetts.
Yeah, it looks
maybe
like
even
that.
Maine. I think she's from Maine.
Okay.
Shout out to Maine. And she is on the beach in a mermaid costume, like very, like loosely woven gem bra top and then a tail. And Bill is dressed up as a fisherman catching her.
No.
Here's why I think this is more evidence, because on that post, her caption, it was once again a collab post.
Yeah.
Jordan's caption was "ouch" with 3 exclamation points.
Uh-huh.
Bill commented, "My biggest catch yet" with 3 exclamation points, all lowercase.
Was her caption all lowercase also?
I believe so. Or whatever. Maybe they were both
They were both the
they
same.
matched. 3 exclamation points. That's like muscle memory. That's where you're like someone who either does 1 or 2 or 3. She's commenting on her own post from Bill's account.
100%. And I can also back up that theory further in my time working with celebrities running their Instagram accounts. You can always tell when a celebrity is posting on their own Instagram based on things like that. Because you can look at like, do they add one period? Do they add a space after the last letter and then the next period? Like, do they do an ellipses? Like, all of those things are very telling signs of whether the celebrity is posting or a social media manager. And if you notice that, I'm almost 100% positive she was posting it for sure.
I mean, it seems like irrefutable evidence to me. And then I went back and looked at the way she typed on Bill's other captions, the way they were written, and the way she typed.
Yeah.
Anyway, also Bill Belichick's ex, Linda Holliday, dressed up as Kill Bill from the Quentin Tarantino movie Kill Bill for Halloween. And
so good.
Chef's kiss.
So
Unbelievable. Like the best way to say something without saying something.
Oh, such a good Halloween costume. You know who was probably really mad about that though?
Who?
You're not going to believe what I'm about to say.
What are you about to say?
Karlie Kloss. Because Karlie Kloss, if you don't know, she is a model, a businesswoman, and married to one of the Kushners, but the less evil one.
Yeah.
Well, that's for
that's a whole different show.
Whole different show.
That's for the sports gossip show After Dark.
After Dark. Yeah, but Karlie Kloss won as the same character.
No way.
Yeah, she did. And I bet you she was like, she thought she was going to be the only famous person going as her for Halloween, and she did a full photo shoot in the costume.
Wow, so not only did Janelle Monáe and Heidi Klum both dress up as E.T.,
Yeah.
Linda Holliday, Bill Belichick's ex-girlfriend, and Karlie Kloss were both Kill Bill. Which is exactly who I thought would match.
Yeah.
I had that on my bingo card.
And, you know, if you know Karlie Kloss, she's in the Taylor Swift universe, but that's a whole different deep dive in another After Dark episode.
Oh, my God.
Save that for a rainy day.
That wedding they went to at the same time this summer?
Yeah, Karen Elson's wedding. She's a model.
Redheaded model.
Yeah, she's a redheaded model. Yeah.
She married an older gentleman.
She married the owner of Electric Lady Studios, which is where Taylor Swift records a lot of her music.
Which is where the wedding was. Anyway.
Correct.
Whatever.
Wow.
Okay.
This is getting niche. But I definitely think that she's running the Instagram account. There's no doubt in my mind, and I think your evidence just reinforces that fact.
Thank you.
I do have a Bill Belichick universe adjacent story I need to give an update on.
Okay.
As we talked about last week, Gisele Bündchen, Tom Brady's ex-wife, announced that she is having a baby with her jiu-jitsu instructor boyfriend. So this will be her third child. First with this jiu-jitsu instructor boyfriend. Tom Brady, after this happened, as we talked about last week, posted the Instagram story with the chick's cover of Landslide, which was its own ordeal. And we talked about a lot of that.
If you haven't heard that one,
Listen
go back
to it last week.
yeah.
But I have a new theory of maybe when Tom Brady found out that Gisele was pregnant, and it has to do with his YouTube channel.
Oh, my God.
So I've watched all of his vlogs on his YouTube channel. He has.
Tell me a little bit more about this. Tom Brady started vlogging.
Yes. He started vlogging.
I read your newsletter about it in the summer, but for anyone who doesn't know.
He started vlogging like a divorced dad who clearly has too much time on his hands. He's working through some stuff. Listen, if I was the GOAT quarterback and then I'm not doing that anymore, I would probably also start a YouTube channel. So you know what? Fair enough. So 2 months ago, he launches this YouTube channel. He has since posted 7 vlogs.
Okay, so that's pretty much one a week.
Yeah, so he's doing like one or so a week or whatever, somewhere there. Each vlog is between about 9 to 10-ish minutes long. They're kind of long and rambly, but you're getting a lot of access into his life.
After you wrote about it, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
And you wrote about it, and I watched one.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is actually like pretty good. Like I found myself pretty locked in.
Yes. It's
on
entertaining.
An 8 to 10 minute video of Tom Brady's life, which I did not see coming.
No. So I feel like you do get a peek into who he is. I mean, listen, he's always performing for the camera, sure, but I do actually think like it feels somewhat authentic to how he is off the field. He posted one 11 days ago that is only 4 minutes long. I think he found out that Gisele was pregnant somewhere in the filming of that latest vlog, because going from a 9-minute vlog, the one he did right before it was 9 minutes and 18 seconds. This one is 4 minutes flat. That's the length of a hit song you hear on the radio. That's not much time. That's not a lot of content. And I watched it. It is not a lot of content.
What's in it?
So it's him preparing for a broadcasting job, gig, whatever, on Fox, right? Fox Sports. And he also, where I think he found out, he attends the Eras Tour with his kids. Oh. And let me just give a little bit more context to that.
Yeah.
So on October 19th, he went to see Taylor Swift perform the Eras Tour. And he also mentioned that his favorite album from Taylor Swift is Reputation.
Oh. Of course it is.
Of course it's Reputation.
Tom Brady, there is no bigger chip on your shoulder person who is wildly successful and arguably the GOAT than Tom Brady and Taylor Swift.
100%. So that was on October 19th, right? October 29th, Page 6 reports that a well-placed Miami source familiar with Brady confirmed, quote, Tom only found out that Gisele was pregnant very recently. This is a Miami source. I think he found out in Miami, and that Gisele sat him down while he was in between Fox Sports gigs or whatever else he's doing, whether it's before the Eras Tour or right after that weekend.
Yeah.
I think he found out around the Eras Tour. And it's evident based on the short vlog, and they were probably planning on filming more content. And then he found out his ex-wife is having a baby with a hot jiu-jitsu instructor and was like, I don't want to film any more content.
He's like, I need a second.
And that is why we got a 4-minute vlog. And it's also why he has not posted one since. That was 11 days ago.
So if that was 11 days ago and they were filming the week before, that timing adds up with when we found out based on when he would have found out beforehand. Madeline, this is unbelievable.
Because this wasn't filmed like 11 days. Like this was probably
this was filmed
the week
during
before
that week.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing about committing to something like this is that when life throws you a curveball or you get an interception, it's like you kind of make the decision like, am I just gonna, like, the show must go on,
right?
Or like, I actually cannot do this right now. Or so much of his life was spent like talking to Gisele and then talking to the kids, and obviously you don't want that on camera. So it was like, and then you're exhausted emotionally, and it's like, well, what am I going to go to the gym right now and like pretend to be happy and film it? Like, it's such a strange medium because it actually affects, like, your life affects it. It's not like, like we could have stuff going on, come here each Tuesday, record, like you can push whatever to the side. This is like just someone's filming you all the time.
All the time. Which is why the difference, but it's not like this one was 6 minutes. 4 minutes to me, not to get nutty.
No.
That's a big difference between a 9-minute vlog. If that one's 4 minutes,
it's really short.
Why even post it?
Also, it takes, I don't know that people always realize it takes so much footage to get a 10-minute video even.
Right. Yes, correct.
So you really need to be filming all the time. So clearly they weren't filming all the time.
Correct.
If it's 4.
Correct. I don't know. Let me go know what you guys think
about
this. Do your own research, but I don't know. I think the vlog has something to do with the timing, but whatever.
Wow, Madeline.
Do with that information what you will.
No, that's incredible work. I'm so proud of you.
That's my Pulitzer Prize reporting and research I did this week. Yeah.
Wow, those are two. This is fun. This is really fun. Okay, something I wanted to talk about. So there was this whole beef this summer between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Kendrick Lamar effectively ended it with the song Not Like Us, which is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
DeMar DeRozan, who used to be on the Raptors, which is Drake's favorite team, and they were friends, appeared in the Not Like Us music video.
Juicy.
And at the time, in July, DeMar was asked about it, and he was like, "No, we're still cool. It's like watching two goats go up. It's like watching LeBron and Michael play each other. If you could, like, it's not personal. Just Kendrick and Drake going at it. Like, I loved it. Sure, I'm going to be in the music video." Also, though, it is saying something. If you're friends with this guy,
yes,
and you're showing up in the video that effectively embarrassed him into space.
Correct. Yeah, no. That was intentional.
So, DeMar DeRozan is now on the Kings. He was on the Bulls last year, but played for the Raptors for most of his career. So Drake is at the Raptors game when the Kings are playing the Raptors. He can be seen, and pardon my language, if you have small children in the car and you're listening to this, cover their ears. Drake could be seen mouthing on camera as DeMar DeRozan left the court, and the Raptors won. DeMar DeRozan leaves the court. Drake can be seen saying, "Fuck out of here, pussy." But also it looks like he's saying it very quietly. He's not he's not saying it with his chest.
Well, because of course he can't say anything with his chest.
Exactly.
No offense to Drake, but also, please.
This is one where I'm like, whatever. If it sounds mean, sorry, but so
Drake would do that. That is so cringe, and I mean,
murmured
Drake
it.
already gives me the ick, but that is like an even bigger ick. That's like, come on, if you're gonna say it with your mouth. Don't just.
Yeah. So then,
okay.
Drake said that if the Raptors ever retired DeMar DeRozan's jersey, he would pull it down himself.
Oh, please.
DeMar DeRozan was asked about this after the game, and he handled himself. He's just like a pretty even-keeled guy in general when speaking to the press, and he goes, "He's going to have a long way to climb to take it down, so tell him good luck."
I do love that response.
So Drake has now been owned by Kendrick Lamar and DeMar DeRozan, separate from the music video.
Why would Drake even say anything?
Because but what?
Why? I feel like he does not have the upper hand right now. Culturally, I feel like he's on the losing end.
Yes.
Of the cultural moment. Like, I feel like most people, I mean, maybe some people are Team Drake, but I think most people, I feel like, are Team Kendrick.
I know. Now I feel bad for like piling on, and I have friends who love Drake. So if you're listening, I respect you. He has some great bops.
Yes.
And at a certain time in our lives, it was probably more fun to be a Drake fan than with.
Yeah.
But
he just gives me the ick.
Same.
He gives me the ick.
The fact that he chose this fight of his own volition.
Well, yeah, of course.
Which is sort of what he does.
That's what he does.
Which is how we got into this mess.
It's not surprising, and I'm sure he's going to say something else to another player. Oh, you know what? Wait.
Ooh, what?
I wonder,
you get that look in your eyes, and go on.
I wonder if he'll say anything to LeBron. Because LeBron, he went to didn't he go to the Kendrick show?
Yes.
He wasn't on stage, but I believe was in attendance.
It was that
one
night show at the Forum.
I watched the live stream. Amazing.
He and Savannah were dancing.
Yes. Do you think if Drake sits courtside at like a Lakers game,
let me Google
do you
real
think
quick.
He will say anything to LeBron? Because LeBron would just destroy him.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
October 1st, 2024, it was reported. As it turns out, rapper Drake is no longer following LeBron James on social media.
But LeBron still follows Drake, which feels petty.
LeBron was recently seen warming up to a 2017 Drake song. So he's like, whatever, I don't care, man. Like, I'm still going to be...
But that is so Drake to unfollow, though. Of course Drake would unfollow him. Also, can I just say something about Drake's Instagram presence?
Yes.
Drake follows over 3,000 people on his public Instagram account.
Really?
Why? He's too famous. What are you doing? Make a Finsta. Drake, make a Finsta. You probably already have one, but what are we doing publicly following people when you have that many followers on Instagram? I would just like to say that. That is so strange for someone that famous to just like expose their following list like that.
It's so true. It's also people.
It's so weird.
People look at that.
People look at it.
We look at that.
Beyonce, I don't think follows anyone on Instagram. Taylor Swift doesn't follow anyone on Instagram. It's like I'm sure, have Finstas.
Definitely.
Make a Finsta, Drake. What are we doing here?
Also, Drake recently unfollowed Rick Ross, Joe Budden, Kendrick Lamar, which all makes sense because they're in the music space. But
yeah, I'm just like, why does he follow that many people on Instagram anyways?
It doesn't make sense.
He's making more news for himself by following people on Instagram.
It's true. Even I feel like, as a not famous person, I follow too many people on Instagram.
I know. I follow like
but
800.
Then I feel bad. Oh, I'm like in the thousands. Maybe 2,000.
You're gonna have to. You got to.
Well,
clean
I
house.
try, but then I feel bad.
I know.
And then
what?
I used to do that, and then there are people that I used to follow that I was like, oh, I don't really talk to this person, not for any bad reason, just like went to college together, unfollowed, and then they'll like something, and I feel so bad that I unfollowed them, but like
That's
the
fair.
numbers count.
There is nothing though more shocking than when you realize you've been following someone for a long time who has unfollowed you. Have you had that happen? Because I had that happen.
Have I had that happen?
Humbling.
Of course.
I was like, wait a second. I thought I knew this person. Like, it'll be like someone who I met one time. And I'm like, yeah, obviously, why did this person even still follow me to begin with? Like, when you meet a friend of a friend at a party and you kind of bond for 2 hours and you never see them or speak to them ever again, but you follow each other on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
When one of
my favorite kind of relationships, by the way.
100%. When one of those people unfollows me on Instagram, I'm like, but I saw you get married and have a baby on Instagram. And I guess now we're no longer internet friends.
I thought we had something.
I thought we had something.
Also, I'm like, oh my God. My first thought is, oh my God, am I that annoying?
Yeah, right.
My first thought is like, oh God. It's
not personal.
It's like anytime I meet someone and they follow me on Instagram already or Twitter, I turn bright red and I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like I get so embarrassed because it's like being on social media is inherently embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
It's the worst. But like this is our job.
And please go like our reels.
Please like our reels. Please follow us on Instagram. Look,
like and subscribe.
The only thing more embarrassing than being on social media is pretending you're not desperate.
We're desperate.
We're desperate.
We're desperate.
Like
for
our
attention.
shit. Follow our podcast. Subscribe to our newsletter. It's doing pretty well, I will say.
It's doing pretty well.
But we want to keep that growth trajectory.
Yeah.
Dear God.
This episode is chaotic.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's chaotic, but it's fun. It feels fitting.
It does feel fitting.
For today. I actually forgot what today was until right now.
Until right this moment. I feel like we've made it like 45 minutes without remembering the fact that today is the presidential election.
Yeah. Wow, that was great. I'm sorry we're bringing it up now.
Sorry. Okay, we're going to move. Just ignore it.
We'll plow right through that.
Keep going.
We've talked a lot about Cat Dog.
Yes.
Longtime listeners will know, and by long time I mean we've had this podcast for maybe a month and a half, that Cat Dog is Karl Anthony Towns, the newest member of the New York Knicks, and his girlfriend is Jordan Woods, who is a friend of the Kardashians after not being a friend of the Kardashians because she allegedly hooked up with Khloe Kardashian's ex, who also happens to be a basketball player named Tristan Thompson, blah, 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 blah.
Can I say something about Tristan Thompson?
Please.
Every time I see that he's still on the Cavs roster, I'm shocked.
I was just going to say that.
How does that man still have a job?
So the Cavs are really good this year. They are the only undefeated team in the East as of this recording. And most of it's because like a lot of their good players were hurt last year. They've had more time together as a team. They were already the 4 seed in the East last year, but now they're like really cooking. And I, obviously made the prediction like, oh, the Cavs are going to be in the play-in tournament this year, meaning they were going to be like not in one of the team's slots that guarantee you a playoff position. I look like a real dingbat. So that's, if anybody who's in sports tells you that they know what's going to happen when the thing that's going to happen is quantifiably unknowable, they're lying.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the Cavs are good. And then Tristan Thompson's on the bench. I'm like, he's still
he's
there?
Still playing. Does he have some dirt on the owners or the GM or something that they just keep him employed?
That's a good question.
Because listen, you know what? I guess it's good that he has a job. It's probably better for everyone that he's employed. I just feel like it is. But it is kind of shocking. I'm like, every time I'm like, that man still plays basketball for the Cavs?
I know.
He's been on the team for how long?
He's like gone. Didn't he leave and then come back?
Oh, it's been a while.
He also Khloe Kardashian went to a game last year, and I was like, first of all, I can't ever keep up with, are they talking, are they not talking? And then she's there with the kids at a game, and I'm like, first of all, Tristan Thompson's still here, and Khloe Kardashian's here.
Crazy.
It feels sort of comforting in that it feels kind of like 2015.
Yes, that is,
You know?
that is what it feels like. That is what it feels like.
And she's wearing clothes that also look kind of 2015.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back.
Sorry for the tangent, but
oh no, it's important.
Yeah. You can continue.
It's really the Jordan Woods made a song.
Yeah.
And an accompanying music video that Karl Anthony Towns is in. And it's something.
I watched the music video. Mm-hmm. To me, the music video reminds me of when there's a rich kid at your school in middle school and they ask their parents for a music video for their birthday. I think she can carry a tune more than a middle schooler with some money can carry a tune.
Yeah.
But it definitely, how they shot the video, it feels like it was all shot in one studio and it was like a plug and play music video. It was like a Canva template for a music video.
Yes.
It's not bad. But it's not saying anything.
It's auto-tuned within an inch of its life.
Yeah.
And the lyrics to this song are, together we can win at life. You know, I'm always on your team. You know, she's probably very talented at many things. And look, I would be lying if I said I didn't have a secret dream of like putting out a single that sounded good with a music. Like, how cool would that be? Like, it's sort of fun. Like, I get, if you're rich and delusional.
Did you like that I just said nothing? I just looked, if you're listening to this, I just looked at Charlotte.
If you, Madeline,
wait, your dream.
If you're rich and delusional and someone's like, do you want a song? And you're like, yeah, I secretly believe I can sing.
Okay, fine. I'll let you have this one. I'll let you have it.
But like, I'm not going to do it.
I'll let you have it.
Unless someone wants to pay for it.
I will say,
just kidding, I don't want to do it.
Have I told you this?
Oh, God.
So I do improv, which is the most embarrassing.
You do?
Yes, I haven't done it since I've moved back to New York. But
oh my God.
I used to do improv in LA. And when I lived in the UK, I also did improv. And UK improv, obviously, very different sense of humor, different like improv style. I was trained in like UCB, if anyone knows.
Wait,
UCB
this is amazing.
So yes, so improv in the UK, the team that I was on, they were lovely. One of the kind of games, like formats you did, was an improvised musical. And it'll be like 25,
I've seen those on
minutes.
TikTok.
Oh, yeah. I had to sing, Charlotte.
Stop it.
I cannot sing, period.
How
Even
did
if
you
I was
do?
auto-tuned. I mean, I went with it. I mean, I didn't sing a lot.
That's amazing. But you committed.
I committed to it. Thank God it's not recorded and nowhere on the internet. Because
Okay.
no one ever needs to see me sing. But that was my one experience singing. I can't believe I've never told you that.
Oh my God. First of all, I wish it were on the internet. I would love to see it. Secondly,
no one needs to see that. No one needs to see that.
That's why, a podcast is improv.
It is improv. So,
and I've been doing podcasts and like talking out of my ass for a long time. And you've been doing improv. So we've basically both been training for this moment.
Yes. Lorne Michaels, call us up.
I mean,
we're ready for our SNL debut.
I think a great SNL skit would just be called Two White Girls with a Podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And it's us.
Yes.
And that's
it. And scene.
No, but like just give us like we can be a recurring sketch.
Okay, I'd be in
You know
that.
how the Please Don't Destroy guys, they have those little sketches that they do?
Yes.
Make a women one.
Make a women one. Make a women one. Put that on a t-shirt.
Okay, that explains everything.
Make a women one.
We do not to toot our own horn. We do a lot of yes-anding.
We do.
The
Yeah.
golden
We're
rule of
supportive.
improv where you take something and you say yes and.
Yeah, it's supportive. You don't want to. I actually feel like I didn't yes and you when you said you wanted to have a music video. That everyone wants a music video. I shut you down on that.
So there's a difference between going with it and then like checking facts.
Checking facts.
Because this is still journalism.
That's true. This is.
Is it?
Heavy hitting journalism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I completely forgot about
You
Karl
learn-
Anthony Towns.
So did I. You learn something new every day about
That's
each
amazing.
other, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Wow.
Jordan Woods, I just don't see that. But so there were rumors recently. I wanted to tell you this. There were rumors recently that Giannis is unhappy in Milwaukee, which we've sort of known for a while could be the case if they don't do well, because if he doesn't get a second championship, it'll really affect his legacy.
Yeah.
They got Damian Lillard from Portland last year. And then they fired the coach and brought in Doc Rivers, who we unfortunately talked about last week. Not that sounded like somebody died, but it was just because he blows 3-1 leads and the Democrats used him in a political ad. But so basically they should be good this year. The Bucks should be good. The Bucks suck. Like they had a year to get it together. Apparently Giannis and Dame did not like practice together in the offseason. No. Doc Rivers has just been looking like he wants to walk slowly into the ocean on the sideline in many games. And so people are saying, well, Giannis might want to trade. One of the top places people mention when they talk about where he could potentially get traded to is New York. Because now they have Karl Anthony Towns, who you could flip with a few other pieces or just for himself. I don't know how to, I'm not a GM, for Giannis. But I just think that this would be so cruel to Jordan Woods, because imagine you go from Minnesota. She's living in Minnesota, or at least has to be there a lot because Carl's played there for 9 years. Then they finally make it out and she's sent to New York. Oh my God, amazing. And then he gets traded to Milwaukee and you have to go back to the Midwest after she moved to New York, released a music video right away.
No, I feel like she would pull a Gisele like when Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay and was like, I gotta break up with you. I gotta find a new boyfriend.
It's too much.
It's too much. No, that's too much. You can't put Jordan Woods through that. That's too much.
It would be cruel.
She has suffered enough.
Also, fun little NBA gossip. Damian Lillard, when he was traded from Portland, really, really wanted to go to Miami. But Portland was mad at Miami for some reason, so they wouldn't do it. It was like a spite trade that they would not do it. They wouldn't even talk to them. And so, and another place people talk about Giannis going is Miami. Can you imagine if Damian Lillard has to leave Portland, go to this new team, everything falls apart, and then they trade the other superstar to the team he wanted to go to begin with?
Well, I think the lesson here that anyone who has a job should know is that employers are not your friends.
They are not.
They are not your friends, and they don't care, even if you're Damian Lillard.
That's why here at the Sports Gossip Show, we're self-employed. Which is a good reminder.
You should become a paying subscriber at sportsgossipshow.substack.com and support the work that we're doing.
Because we are funding and producing this entirely ourselves.
Yes.
We are the American dream. We're self-employed.
We're self-employed. We even have a company.
We do. We have an S Corp.
Yep.
We got an official.
We have an accountant.
We got like a stamp today.
Oh my
where
God,
you can make a little
an envelope.
What's it called? What is that?
A seal.
Like seal.
Like a index. I don't know what it is.
A notary thing?
A notary thing. It just stamps our company name. So, you know.
We're clearly really good at business.
We're very good at business.
And if you'd like to work with us, info@sportsgossipshow.com.
Yes. Well, that was like an ad.
Oh my God.
An ad read for ourselves. I kind of liked it. Well, I hope Jordan Woods gets to stay in New York because while her single I don't think is amazing, maybe her next single will be better and maybe she'll get to shoot on location in New York this time rather than in a studio.
Yeah.
Because I think she deserves an upgrade for the next single and not a downgrade to Milwaukee, filming it in a studio there for her next single.
That's such a charitable take.
Yeah.
Like maybe your next song will be better.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think so. I think she can get there. It had the pieces, but I think the execution wasn't fully there.
That's where I think I'm going to disagree with you. I think it's a very bad song. But I also love that she did it, and it's better than anything I could do.
Here's what I'll say.
Okay.
Is it that much worse than other songs? Like, I'm not trying to defend Jordan Woods, but I'm like, I listened to it and I'm like, yeah, it's not great. But also, have you heard some of the songs on the radio? Or I'm like, it's better than a song that's on Love is Blind.
Oh my God. Have you started watching?
I haven't watched this new season.
It's whatever. It's DC.
But you know what I mean? I'm like, there are worse.
The songs on Love is Blind is like, you're right. It is better than the songs on Love is Blind. The songs
but
on
maybe the bar is so low. That wasn't a great.
No.
You're like, that further proves my point.
The songs on Love is Blind, there'll be a scene where someone's like, I just don't think this is working. I need my space. And the song that comes on will be like, space, I need it. It's just like, exactly. It's a little on the nose.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's AI, honestly.
No, I think there's a woman on TikTok who does write the songs. Like she talks about her music, I think has been on Love is Blind, like these songs.
No way.
Like she writes these kind of, cheesy
for the scenes?
Yes.
No.
I'm pretty, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure there was a woman on TikTok who talked about producing these songs and writing these songs. And I believe singing them also.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I gotta look this up. That's the niche kind of stuff, like who makes the drawings for the Great British Bake Off when they have, it's like,
yes.
Jordan is trying to make a tart in honor of her nan.
That was pretty good.
The British
better
one,
than the
like,
Matthew McConaughey accent you
we're
did
not.
a couple weeks
I
ago.
don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, well.
I would rather not talk about that.
Okay.
I'm not trying to get a ruse out of you.
Oh, wow. I thought
Anyway,
we'd
but
moved
you know
past
what I
that.
mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I
the
know what you
drawings are the same thing as like the songs in Love Is Blind.
Right. Yes, I do know what you
I think my brain could very well be scrambled eggs.
we're losing our minds here a little bit.
We do have a few other little fun bits of sports gossip.
Yes. Did you see that Robert De Niro, the award-winning actor, showed up at the Philadelphia Eagles tailgate? And why would he be there, you ask? Well, have you seen the movie? What the hell is it called?
I was just going to say The Blind Side.
Wait, I'm going to say that again.
No. It's so good. Wait. What was it?
It's called
60 yards.
God.
The Silver Linings
Silver
Playbook.
Linings Playbook. The Blind Side. Which that is a whole set of other drama that just came out recently. Oh my
Oh
god.
my
They really
God.
took advantage of him.
It's awful.
Not The Blind Side.
Silver Linings Playbook. So he plays. Does he play an Eagles fan in that, or is he Bradley Cooper's dad?
Wait, an Eagles fan? Like what? Like an extra? Robert De Niro's an extra. No, he plays Bradley Cooper's dad, who also is like super paranoid. He's a super paranoid Eagles fan.
So he's an Eagles fan.
Yes,
It's a little redundant.
What do you mean?
Just all Eagles fans are paranoid. In
Oh,
some
are
way.
they? Is that a thing?
Any sports fan is like a little messed up.
That's fair. Yeah, I guess
We're not
all
normal.
we're all unwell.
Yeah.
So he showed up because of that, but like, is that the only reason he showed up? Because he played a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles in Silver Linings Playbook?
Maybe it was like the campaign's like we are grasping at straws for connections to swing states, like the Doc Rivers thing in Wisconsin. And Robert De Niro, he's wants people to vote for Democrats, and he's like can play a man of the people, even though he's not. Didn't he just have his ninth kid?
Yes,
he did, and Al Pacino did.
Yes, and he just opened. He's a very successful businessman. He opened a movie studio, I think, in Queens.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, sick. Maybe Jordan Woods can shoot her next music video there.
How sick would that be if it was shot there?
Look,
that'd be a glow up.
Put Robert De Niro in a music video.
Oh my God.
I think it could lend it a little bit of like, this is so weird that I'm going to watch it.
I would love that. I would love that.
Just some ideas for you, Jordan. What was I saying? Oh, right. So maybe they were like, look, here's Robert De Niro, man of the people, like in his movies. He was an Eagles fan in a movie once. Let's get him to parking lot M to tailgate.
I mean, yeah, you know what? Put him out there. What else is he doing?
He seemed to do a good job.
Yeah, I think he seemed like a fan favorite showing up. That'd be so shocking. Could you imagine just eating a hot dog and then Robert De Niro shows up in the parking lot? Like, what are you guys up to?
I would be like, am I dead?
Yeah,
Or
something's going on.
am I hallucinating?
Something's going on.
What was in that hot dog?
Yes, right. What was in the hot dog? Yeah.
Another fun little thing is that Jaylen Brown, star on the Boston Celtics, tweeted, "How can I meet Bill Nye the Science Guy?" And I'm just really glad he asked that, because that is a question I've wondered almost my whole life. Since I knew who Bill Nye was, I was like, how can I meet this man?
I would love to have him on the pod.
Please don't cancel him. Like,
No,
I can't. One thing I can't handle is Bill Nye getting canceled.
Don't cancel him, please. I don't think he's a controversial figure unless outside of climate science deniers, but
Right. So I think we're good.
I think we're good. I think in the clear.
One of my favorite tweets of all time, Sandy Koufax, a great baseball player. He was at the Dodgers game in, I don't know when it was, maybe 2016 or 17 or something. And someone at Fox Sports social media tweeted out a picture of Sandy Koufax and said, "Bill Nye the Science Guy is here," because they thought Sandy Koufax was Bill Nye. So I will forever associate Bill Nye with sports in like the most beautiful way possible.
I think he's great. He's great. I hope that he gets to meet him.
Me too.
I think that would be great.
And I hope that the Celtics team like puts out a little video of Jaylen Brown meets Bill Nye.
That'd be so cute. I would love it.
Well, on that note, Madeline,
On that note,
this has been another successful episode of the Sports Gossip Show.
I think this is our most unhinged.
Yeah, it's also maybe one of my favorites.
I think this might be my favorite.
That was like so much fun to do.
I also feel a little delirious, I think.
I feel like my head's a balloon.
I feel like my head's a balloon, and if you're listening and you also feel a little delirious today, I hope this at least has been a comedic break from refreshing the news every 4 seconds.
I hope this has given you I hope you, like us, have momentarily forgotten about the most consequential election.
Yes.
As we've been told.
Yes.
In United States history.
Yes.
By listening to the most consequential podcast, as we're saying.
In sports gossip history.
Yes.
Wow.
So subscribe, rate, review, share with your friends. I think a lot of people have been sharing with their friends, and it has been translating into people listening, and that just means the world, because there's if you don't listen, we can't do this.
Yeah, and we've seen some lovely reviews from strangers on our Apple Podcasts page, which is crazy to see people we don't know.
I know.
Reviewing the pod. So thank you for doing that, and continue doing that.
Also, info@sportsgossipshow.com, or DM us, because, we still want your questions.
Yep.
Or your tips.
Yeah.
Got a hot tip? You know any sports tea? Let us know. We'll dig into it. We will not report anything recklessly.
No, never.
But we will look into things.
We will look into things.
All right.
All right. Well, have a good rest of your day.
Bye. Bye.